没关系，如果真的很难，我们再看
Why
看。
stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
嘎。韦博士，威尔士。
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
我要混档字幕哦。哦，哇哦，力量影响近战可携带物品。哇塞，完了！智力，我觉得智力一定要，魅力也要，魅力先提个1，兴趣。还是我们干脆就做全点不要了，我们不能这样子，我们贪心。我觉得智力要
If I can't save your body, I must at least save your brain.
我们既然要智力力量，就先不要点了。潜行，感知我觉得不用，我觉得这两个比较需要。说服这个，这也有加黑客耶，我们就走这样子。那我们剩下那个要点什么？有没有什么建议啊？也许他这个不知道之后还会不会给你点。不然这样子，可是这样也有点全点的感觉。222或者是321，222，好吧，那就222。可是我觉得这个其实比较没有必要了。 就是它有欺骗跟潜行。好了，要不然下一页。哇靠，这个太多了吧！
I bet you're vicious with a tossball stick.
说话。
You had a hand in everyone's pocket.
天赋没有值得一提的才能，巨星加一。格挡，说服加一。哇塞，这个影响因素也太大了吧！那我们点个我在想要说服，还是要这个工程学？
Not much risk of injury in this profession. ，You're going to be so disappointed by our good. Working your way up to provisioner?
我刚刚黑客也是点蛮高的啦，工程学应该就是黑客的吧？在这里有一个科学，科学应该是另外一个，不然就这样吧。外貌，我靠！这游戏太猛了吧！这个都不用调。哎呦，不是欸，这在用心什么？有啊，实况组啊。 这个有点像那个凯的那个，这个好了。这是什么挑染的颜色？我觉得我的脸型好像被改掉了。还是好了。特征。他这个翻译是什么呀？放开的耍。为什么刚刚那个头型？好啦，就这个。好，就这样。你叫什么名字？我叫你给我先命名。我叫 W 好了。大半小写可以。我叫哇，叫 不然就这样。哇，怎么？哦，啊，没事，好了。工程学。好了，没差。我也不知道会怎么样。
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
《类地心2》轨道实验室。
Status: structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 11%. Skip drive
Shit.
inoperable.
看来我要诞生了吗？
There you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
这东西怎么一直故障呢？正上机总会自动熄。
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
You've landed good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh?
Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
那应该可以调那个。
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange for my
这就是对我刚也以为不会受
Spacer's
伤
choice
的
doesn't like us accepting
剧
outside
情
help.
杀。太空人只选不太容易。
Oh, we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Not that I deserve to be. Can't even deliver a company slogan. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take them. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers.
我
Company
感觉这里是一个大公司世界。
Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
按下 TTD 按钮 ，TTD 按钮是什么？哦。我要怎么进站？这样。我以为只有他欸。我按错了。哇，这个操作好不熟练呐！对啊，他刚才尸体不给我收，他直接消失呢。你看，不知道这是后面炸的，而且偶尔会lag一下。
Here before you get yourself killed. Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he?
还是挺弱智的。
Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some. You think? Most marauders can't even talk. But criminals do attract other criminals by their own nature. You know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Bonus.
Serves you right, dissident.
这游戏跑好像有点勉强。
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Intruders are not authorized to access the Unreliable's amenities. Marauder, please be informed that ignoring... me is dangerous for your health. Marauder, please be informed that the engine room contains nothing of value.
到最后我们就是要把这里弄好了。
Marauder, please be informed the ship has no crew for you to murder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities.
哦，他是说这个可以那个。
Smile for my surveillance device, Marauder. I am tracking your every move. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarded parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location.
他算是接到我的逃生舱吧，用脑袋接的。
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? I understand. You are speaking metaphorically. You wandered outside this ship and experienced a permanent, life-changing encounter. The old you is dead. Welcome back, Captain Hawthorne. I extend felicitations and congratulations on your life-changing experience.
你不明白，我的名字是纸箱。
I understand. You are going undercover with an alias. I will update my discretion protocol accordingly. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and unreliable. Do you understand?
随便的人都可以当舰长耶。
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time. 我觉得我要升级远程。这个都蛮高的。战地修理。What can I do for you, Captain? Goodbye.
他长得好面无表情。该不会这就是我的队友吧
？This wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. I'm afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector.
现在是怎么样
If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
所以我们算是敌对咯。
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
$30还是多少？30，欺骗跟说服都30。 哎、我以为他们这样会投降，他应该有这个投降的选项之类的，原来没有。哎，游戏结束，破关了。我想说散弹蛮强的，这个游戏的散弹，我知道了，我知道了，我只是试试看而已。不要激动。
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. Now,
这样我觉得捡散弹没什么用，那散弹好烂。他应该会转回去啊。
Huh?
好烂哦！说好的潜行会有伤害呢？这样我觉得还不如直接那个，因为我好像
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Beats working at the cannery.
I could really go for some salty now.
哎呦，这个游戏会，唉， fuck， 难怪。就不偷东西了吧？
Hey, Holcomb, I need you to explain this big lesson. The grease monkey, Argo? Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through. I understand. Your business is your own. Nonetheless, you are welcome in our little outpost. Outsiders are a rare sight in the Vale. If you are a freelancer, then I have use for you. There is pay to be earned, or supplies to tide you over, as you prefer. The sort of work for which I cannot spare my own people. I am in the midst of a difficulty, the resolution of which requires a third party. You. There's an old botanical lab, mostly abandoned now, but still eating up power from our plant, power which our cannery sorely needs. I need you to go to the geothermal plant and reroute power from the botanical lab over to us. Simple as that. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters. Former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if you're willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
那就是那个太空人之选那个啊。
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Wow, 他的武器看起来比我强诶。
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing. Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Come on. People on.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
哎，哪里有门啊？
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an
牧师也太帅了吧
Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice? Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp, so that's not a variable I can account for. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption. On the contrary, my position means that I am one of the few legally allowed to possess such items. But do not worry. You'll be safe since you are acting on my behalf. I can assure you, you won't find another willing to risk imprisonment to possess this book, nor anyone willing to pay the price I can offer. Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
感谢学姐，学姐辛苦了。再度空袭。
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it. Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
这种应该是支线，我在想，不一定要解的。
Something you need? whole ship? Like one that flies about the aether? That's a tall order. I guess the generator that powers Bess? I mean, the cannery. If you turn on the thermal plant like Mr. Thompson wants, we can shut down the generator. Then it'd be safe to yank the regulator. You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I'd disappoint him.
这种游戏真的不可以没有精神的时候玩呢，一不小心就会一不小心就会不知道他在讲什么东西了。开始觉得有点长时间的阅读，开始有点累了。刚才那个居民仿佛就是我。对啊，而且这是第一人称的。是说啊，我们刚刚根本就不用捏那么久，根本也看不到自己长什么样子。我爱跑步。对啊，根本就看不太到啊，甚至连打开背包也看不到。可以啦，只有这个时候，跟那个2077一样。垃圾场，维克的家。我再也不要相信这个散弹了，有够难用的，伤害超低。这个力 XC 是什么东西啊？哎呦！哦，竟然是这。我要怎么穿衣服？防具衫。 是，我换了吗？哦，是。近战+5，潜入技能，科技技能+3。啊，潜入跟科技。这种地方有需要探索。发生什么事了？地雷爆炸了。切虫面包。自动贩卖机，我卖很多吃的喝的。已封锁。黑客，你的黑客技能可以。哇，不够，表示我黑客还太低了，所以黑客也蛮重要的。哦，这个下面这个是他的技能啊，是这个旁边这个人的技能。虽然我也不知道他用了什么技能，但反正是他的技能，或者是叫他跟着吗？我们多点一点黑客好了。刚刚那个要38，我们这么低哦。但是我觉得我们手枪还是太烂了。我能不能拿别的枪啊？他们都没有枪是吗？有，他们有手，他们的枪刚刚看起来超强的。
Incoming! Everyone all right?
犬怪，哇，这长得，哇，这个感觉之后就会遇到，天哪！唐龙兽女王，这应该是 BOSS 级的。 我们就没有个。你看他们都拿大枪，我可以了，可以，我有突击步枪了。先不要管那个215 180。突击步枪。好飘哦，这个枪。那个尸体还会消失？
Okay, moving out.
哦。
I'm going.
X 呢？没有关系。
I'm on the move.
我现在只能叫他走而已。
Got it. Can't do that. Sure. I'm going. Sure. Sorry, I can't do it. I'm going. No problem. I'll head over.
先让他去看看那里有什么东西。
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. You don't know what enough with the questions means? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her. I've crossed off my share of marauders. This ain't about them. I go looking for Zoe, I leave the camp.
好多左翼哦，他们外国人好像很喜欢左翼这个名字。
Hence my dilemma. Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skill as far as I can tell. Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east.
Sure.
Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere. Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already. A little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about. Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does. She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own. It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere. Could do without the gallows humor. I'll tell you what I can. What is it?
就是想要想一些干话、刚刚还有那个用脸接飞机舱的啊，不是用脸接太空舱的，黑色幽默。对，这游戏我可能不能玩太久，我的天哪，哇哦！它的卡顿让我的3D 晕更晕了。这关掉了，反正这么小一个也不用，这样应该好一点。逃亡者。
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
什么植物好？刚刚那个吗？
Keep your wits about you, friend.
这个吗？我刚刚还以为这个上面这个是在动，应该是被风吹的啦。
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, Grandmother, the strange
奇怪的
old
养
lady
花
with
老
the
奶奶，
flowers. But yes, Adelaide
一
will
生
do
一生
just
的感
fine.
觉。
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
确实是同个系列，
You're Robert's
要说
girl,
同个
aren't
系列嘛，
you?
也不能说同个系
I
列吧。
remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea.
对啊，同一
I
集
brew it in an old spittoon, but it's
都
been
是辐射类的。虽然是在痰盂里面煮的，但是那个痰盂已经洗过了。
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? I can't say I blame you. Reed is positively soporific. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. You're doing this for Reed? Why? Cannery's got a regulator. You want chip parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a
感觉这边
lifetime
就
of
是要
service
玩
to
家
the
选边
odious
站的。
cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery.
可是我觉得不知道为什么玩这种游戏就会觉得大家都有问题。
You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me.
我觉得李德那边好像真的是蛮有问题的啦。
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town
就是
is
太空人之选
choice. The company owns them. Body, blood.
但这边有没有问题就不知道了。
You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery. So, what do you say? Divert power over to us. Shut down that abominable cannery for good. I trust you will listen to your conscience.
但是我不知道哎，我觉得你知道，当一个剧情把这边都塑造成好人之后，我就觉得会被他们骗。可是另外一边又看起来就是有问题。哎呦，这个是怎样？哦，我现在在偷窃哦，对不起。那我们要帮哪一边？我们势必得帮一边啊。那这个厕所。
Fancy duds. Do the tubes get in your way? You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off. Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions. Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her. Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd. Hey, I got time. Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
卖肉，不是卖肉，是他卖肉，这就没错。但是 听起来怪怪的。G。我一直在偷藏阿德莱德的食物，而且我又是。我看到罐头工厂的那种呢。进行中的任务在这里。你想要找找看，这里有没有工作台之类的东西？啊！发现工作台。誰？不是誰？どこ？これ？我有锤子嘞！每秒73，每秒120，伤害50。哦。 我一个忘记，原来他那个是共通的，也太讨厌了吧！差点就不小心都卖掉了。看一下，啊，我们现在要去这里。哎呦，太容易没注意到了吧？
Sure.
到处都是尸体耶！
I always wanted to poke around in here.
Halt, processing.
Incoming! Moving!
”哇，子弹超少诶！这游戏不能爬。我靠，那个是什么东西？哇塞！哇，好可怕啊！这个长得有个惊人。这个怎么看都哦，这里对对。
Got it. Inside voices. I'm going.
System up.
Sure. On my way.
Unexpected.
Eyes up! Everyone all right?
完了，我不要再，这个不是刺客教条，不能这样子弄。我都不能从背后绕。有没有比较有利？对啊，而且他刚刚明明就说会比较痛，我怎么感觉都没有感觉比较痛？那不如不要。 这应该超多了。
Here we go.
只能用手枪，真的好难哦。然后重型子弹又给超少。 我队友到底在哪里？
Sure, on my way. The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
哇塞，这个，哎，好贵哦。
Oh, sweet.
Here they come! It's not working! Nice one!
我感觉直接突过去用砍来比较快。主要是重型子弹真的太少了。
Incoming! That's the last of them!
尸体越多，折扣越多。这个好像不错哦。可能有，但是也要那个，他的子弹又不知道会不会很缺。 主要是真的现在就怕子弹的问题。 它这是用什么弹药啊？能量弹药。
You're fast.
我穿什么？3潜入加4加5，黑客加7。那我要找到4个才能开锁。2个了。他长这样，我突然有点不认识他。避风锁。
Don't mess with us. Unexpected. Searching for unauthorized.
That's the last of them.
有诶，感觉真的比较强。吓死我！
No, 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 just leave me alone. No, 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 just leave me alone. Go away, Phantom! You're not real! You're not real! Get away from me, Phantom! Shoot!
要
Scram!
疯了，无法塞进。
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. Well, I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium. You mean, why did the Mechanicals go on a murderous rampage? Same reason any of us do, I suppose. The voices told them to do it. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides. Braised, boiled, charred, skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Repaired them, maintained, upgraded. Did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the Mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the Mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you. The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted... Well, yes, for the uninitiated palate. A true gourmand appreciates the Sprat's complex melange of flavors. Braised, boiled, charred, skewered.
但是都没有那个。那任务提示超少的。 有一个门呢。
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
选择新模式，或者是选择新目标。我去5层。就是这边。哎！好麻烦啊，来来去去的。哎呦，摔断腿，也太清脆了吧，我的腿。我觉得我要过了欸，不行欸。 可以。
Incoming! Down they go! Ah! Ah! Sure! Ah! Woo! We made it!
摔断腿还能一直跑。哇，什么都要收集耶，这个。
Halt! Here we go! Don't mess with us.
One to go. If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil? That's the last.
他每个都说是最后一个，搞我骗。
Once we do this, there's no going back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you... I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of...
水岸镇是哪一个啊？
Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after
水岸镇
year.
就是那个
Hardly ever
什么
send
太空人
Christmas.
之
There's
什么的那
barely
个
enough saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow, she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred? Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I just...
啊，真的诶，另外一边，这个真的是，
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Hmm. 可是我很好奇，到底是，所以我只要关了，哦，天哪，这个会怎么样？我不知道。我讨厌这种选择题，你们觉得呢？确实啦，确实就是选的另外一边，就是虽然他的镇长可能很讨厌，但是另外一边绝对还是有这种受苦的人。嗯，看来我们今天就是犹豫这个。可是另外一边的人又有什么错？这下次再选，好像也是可以。可是它这里有存档吗？ 哦，我们一直没有存档有个危险的。好，我们就停在这个节骨眼上。